So we're going to talk about something real quick for some of us that have not been part of our maturity level before. Now, for us in our program, we use different maturity level. Let me just tell you what that means. All right. So that simply means sometimes when you do general assessments, we go to a bank or you go to a restaurant, they will ask you on a scale of 1 to 5, how was the food? So you kind of rank it, right? So maturity is just to say, okay, you are ranking how an organization is matured. Okay, so it's fair to say, and I'll show you an example so you can. So when we get to that part in a bit, it will not come out awkward to you. For some of us, okay, what the heck is this? So let me show you guys real quick. There are a couple of maturity out there that we use in our program. So let me show you one of them, and I'll talk about two. Then we jump into the actual work itself. So let me show you an example, right? So for example, if you guys can see my screen real quick, you will notice one thing. We have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. What does that mean? It means if somebody has a privacy policy that is not really functional, it's just as needed, ad hoc, I would say you guys are not matured. You're crappy. Level 1. If you have some basic privacy requirements, oversights, okay, maybe you're level 2. If you have a standardized protocol around privacy, it may not be efficient, but it's there. Then you're level 3, you're baseline, you're where we should be generally without serious improvement. Now, when you get to a level whereby we can measure the effectiveness of your privacy, meaning I can look and say, oh, these guys are continuously providing oversight, they are reviewing their privacy policy and procedure, they are scoring the way their business is conducting business, then I know, okay, this is a level 4, they are matured. When you get to level 5, this is now you're at the big boys table, meaning it's not just that you're effective with your privacy, you also have a loop of continuously improving the privacy, which is just awesome, right? Meaning for most of my guys and ladies, you know that for me to push you to level 5, I have to feel the conviction too. Because sometimes the reason we do that is because if you are too quick to give people good stuff, the danger is, can you defend it too? If somebody asks, I want to defend you like a lawyer, if you are there, I'll be the first to be happy to say we are there, and this is my reason. If I cannot give you a reason in good faith, then I would be a little bit conservative and just respect myself and keep it at level 4 because I can defend it, right? Now, 4 and 5 is not bad, really. I would rather have you as 3 or 4 than an auditor, independent auditor comes in and say you're not really at level 5, then it makes all of us look bad, right? So you kind of play that game to say, well, I want to be able to defend what I'm saying too from that angle. Okay. So that's what it means. So let me ask you, let's do a quick quiz together real quick. So tell me what you would grade me. All right. I'm going to tell you the scenario and I want us to type it real quick. Out of 1 to 5, how would you grade me? I have no privacy policy. However, anytime there are privacy concern, I can always go pull it in ChatGPT and Google. How would you rate me? I love it. 1. Okay. What about I have well-established policy on privacy and control? How would you rate me? Love it. 3. Yeah. And again, one thing I'll make you know is that it doesn't mean I'm right or I'm the authority in it. It's subjective. The key word is the reasonableness. Can I defend it and talk about it with the right material, with the right response to say this makes sense, right? It's the reasonableness, and I can defend it. So it's subjective. Now, many times, even when you do assessment, you want to make sure you're you're flexible to reason with other people's point of view, right? If your point of view, you articulate it and it opens my eye to what I didn't know before, then that's fair. I mean, there's nothing, I have no incentive to want to make you look bad, really. Except you're really bad, then I go out of my way to find some of the good things you have in your business. And because some of you may not know, your result and your comment matters, it can get people fired. a lot of people will be fired because it will expose their work. So I know that. So I'm not going to cover for you. I'll still relay where you are weak. However, I would find hard or areas that I know you are strong, and I'll make people see that well also. You know, yeah. So just kind of balance it because I know what could happen. So I'm just trying to balance it. Okay, yeah, this is bad, but you guys do some good areas. So if I'm in a meeting, I would always start with the good areas, right? So I'll tell your leadership, hey, these guys have been amazing in this area. This is great, 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 great. They will now start talking of the horrible, 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 horrible. That's where I'm going anyway. But you just want to make them save face before their leadership at the end of the day. But okay, so this is a model called CMMI. Can we all type CMMI, everybody, real quick? CMMI, everybody, if you don't mind. CMMI. All right. It's a maturity model out there. Now, there's another one out there. All right. This one was developed by the Department of Energy in the US. So some company might tell you that, well, we use, you know, maturity indicator level. Now, don't stress it. To be honest, it's just preference. Okay. So it's not like, oh, it's one that is better than the other. That's not necessarily the case, right? It's preference. That's the way I look at it. That it's strictly preference. So I'll show you one of them that I think is just, in my opinion, is just preference, really. But we have our, our programmers, we show both of them so that you have an idea of what each one of them also look like at the end of the day. So I'm going to show you real quick another one called C2M2, Cyber Capability Maturity Model. Can we all type C2M2 if you don't mind real quick? C2M2, everybody. We said CMMI, that was the first one, right? So we're going to go to another one, C2M2. Somebody said it's sounding like a chemistry class, right? It's just an acronym, so it's not a big deal, folks. Don't worry. Oh man, I know. This guy's teaching you guys chemistry again, right? No, it's an acronym. Okay. So let me just, it's just a short one. So, and the intent is to make you see that, okay, oh, people use maturity model. This one was specifically by the um, Department of Energy in the US. What's the purpose of this? Is to strengthen cybersecurity posture. It's a benchmark. It allows you to prioritize actions. And the intended audience for the C2M2, of course, your leadership, any one of those maturity, let's face it, the intent is to make your leaders understand where you are in terms of your maturity in your organization. That's all. Okay. So don't stress that. So what is the key concept here? You can see here, there's a level 0, level 1, level 2. So it gets to level 3 in this case. Um, for C2M2, they use it for critical infrastructure in the US. So that's really the goal. They kind of use it for, you know, um, your critical infrastructure will be like your refinery, your nuclear station, your power grid. That's what we call, so all those things that we cannot do without. So they said, Department of Energy said, let's find a way to kind of measure it in general. So that's the whole idea. But let me show you one of the actual different areas of it. All right, let me show you Mill 2. Let's go to, again, I'll keep this just for the sake of, but I want to just show you that, okay, Mill 0 simply means, okay, it's horrible. Um, Let me show you guys. So the first one here, Mill 0 is nothing is implemented. That's all it means. Mill 1 means it's partially implemented. Mill 2, it's largely implemented. Mill 3 is it's fully implemented. Let's take it again. And MIL is MIL 0, MIL 1, MIL 2, 3. So, the one we did before was CMMI, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, don't stress it. You can decide to call your own maturity just three. Zero, one is low, two is medium, three is high. You can call it whatever you want, right? It doesn't matter. It's just that every maturity model will decide how many layer they want to have. In this case, CMMI has five. This one has four. Meal zero, meal one, meal two, meal three. That's all. Zero means nothing is implemented easy. Meal one means partially implemented. Meal three means largely implemented. Meal four means fully implemented. That's all. And let me quickly show you guys something here. I did not put that number here real quick, but let me quickly put it so that you guys will see it. It will be easier to just relate with it. So let's put here meal four, meal three. I'll put it here so you guys will see it. Meal three, fully implemented. Meal two. Give me 1 second. You all will see it now. Meal one and meal zero. All right. Let me show you. Let me go back real quick and show you all. All right. Let's quickly show you. And we're going to get into the lab right now. Okay. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so you guys will see here. Can you see now? Okay, let me go back there. So you guys will see now that, okay, so I forgot to add that part. So you can see meal zero here. It shows not implemented. Meal one. I think I messed that up. It should be meal one, not meal two. Okay, meal one, yeah. Okay, let me send it back. All right, let's share back again. Okay, so you can see here meal zero not implemented, meal one partially implemented, meal two. Let me ask you, quiz real quick. What department in the US implemented C2M2? What department in the US? Love it. That's it. Now, don't overthink it. Now, you can assume, you can understand why it's Department of Energy, right? Because they're the ones in charge of our critical infrastructure, our power grid, our nuclear station, you know, chemical company. So the energy part of the Department of. So because of that, they said, let's create our own consistent framework to focus on cyber threats for critical infrastructure. That's the whole idea about it, okay? So now, most people might use CMMI, and honest truth is that sometimes you can use your own, you can choose to call it your own pattern. It doesn't matter, right? But at least for the purpose of our exercise, we're going to use C2M2 for this exercise.